This is a brief safety announcement. This show is a comedy broadcast. If the concept of humor or sarcasm confuses or frightens you, the exits are located at the top right of your browser window. Please use them now. For those staying, please ensure your expectations are appropriately lowered. Thank you.
You're listening to Backfire FM, and this is 9 to 5 Panic Attack with your host, Arthur Pendleton-Finch.
Do sit down and stop fidgeting. Let us not mince words. Your weekend is dead and buried. I am Arthur Pendleton-Finch, and may I cheerfully say, good morning, Britain, on this dawn of another week of soul-crushing mediocrity for most of you. Welcome to the 9 to 5 Panic Attack. And I recently had one. Just a few hours ago, I was having a lovely cup of Earl Grey at the pond of my country estate in Wiltshire. It is a dreary morning, the sky is the exact colour of a wet slate roof, and frankly, I should be at peace. I should be looking out over my estate and just be full of joy. But I am not, because I'm currently trapped in a state of homicidal, twitching, hypertensive fury. You see, urbanites often romanticise the countryside. Oh, the serene sounds of nature, they coo, the gentle symphony of the wild. This is what it sounded like. I recorded this earlier at my beautifully manicured 18th century ornament lily pond. It is not a gentle symphony of the wild. It is a deafening, relentless, biologically grotesque gangbang of the highest order. The frogs and the toads have awoken, and they are absolutely unapologetically out of their tiny, cold-blooded minds on pure, unadulterated lust. It is a ceaseless, rhythmic, throbbing chorus of ribbit croak. It sounds like 1,000 wet leather wallets being rubbed together by a convention of arthritic clowns. I went out there at 6 a.m. in my velvet dressing gown to demand decorum. Decorum! And what did I find? A writhing, gelatinous mountain of webbed-foot, spawn-producing, cock-juggling swamp goblins. They look at me with those bulbous, unblinking, horizontal slit eyes as if to say, "Oh, terribly sorry, did our aggressive, mucus-covered, orgastic screeching interrupt your neoclassical ambience, you posh bastard?" Yes, it bloody well did. It's meant to be pleasant, isn't it? Biodiversity, the circle of life. Sir David Attenborough would be weeping tears of joy. I, however, don't just want them gone. I want an amphibious holocaust. I want to buy a flamethrower. Is that illegal? To napalm a protected wetland? I don't care. I want to see those little green wart-covered puddle-sucking shite demons pop like French delicacies in a microwave. I want to drain the pond, fill it with liquid nitrogen and smash their frozen, horny little corpses into a fine granular dust to use as fertilizer for my begonias. My therapist says I need to find a constructive outlet for my aggression. So if anyone knows where I can purchase 20 kilos of industrial-grade dynamite and a French chef's hat on a Monday morning, do text into the show if you please. Let's continue this abomination of a Monday with this slow burner about a woman dissatisfied with the fact that she can't sexually harass her male co-worker. It's called Let Me Pinch Your Butt Cheeks.
You log in at 9. I pretend I'm fine. Mug rings on your desk. Blue tie, sleeves rolled back. You laugh at the printer, I lose my line, trying to file my thoughts by the copy light. And I keep my face so still, but my mind runs wild every time you lean in near. Let me pinch your butt cheeks, that's the thought I hide. Let me pinch your butt cheeks when you walk on by. Oh, I blush and I look away, still I feel that sweet mistake. Let me pinch your butt cheeks, just in my own mind. You ask for the stapler, I hand it slow. Our fingers brush once, and I nearly glow. In the meeting room silence, your pen taps time. I'm counting every glance like it might be mine. And I keep my smile so neat, but I'm all undone by the way you fill the room. Let me pinch your butt cheeks, that's the thought I hide. Let me pinch your butt cheeks when you walk on by. Oh, I blush and I look away, still I feel that sweet mistake. Let me pinch your butt cheeks, just in my own mind. Maybe I'm too proper, maybe I'm just brave. For a moment in my head I let the craving stay. Then you turn and ask me if I'd like your chair, and I'm back to earth again, trying hard to play it fair. Let me pinch your butt cheeks, that's the thought I hide. Let me pinch your butt cheeks when you walk on by. Oh, I blush and I look away, still I feel that sweet mistake. Let me pinch your butt cheeks, just in my own mind. Just in my own mind. Just in my own mind. Let me pinch your butt cheeks.
Are you ready to transcend the ordinary? Welcome to Lord Feckham's Sovereign Vineyard, where we don't just bottle grapes, we bottle majesty. Today, we deliver our crowning achievement, the 4 seasons of Great Britain. 4 monumental red wines, 4 unforgettable taste experiences. Behold, the vernal awakening of spring, a vibrant, sun-drenched Merlot infused with the crisp, tart bursting of freshly plucked wild blueberries, perfectly balanced with a rich, aggressively salty smear of traditional British Marmite. It is a yeasty, thick, savoury punch to the throat that says, "Good morning, Buckinghamshire." You love it, you hate it, but by God, you will drink it. Next, feel the heat with the solstice splendour of summer. A bold, full-bodied Cabernet Sauvignon that captures the exotic, tropical sweetness of sun-ripened, juicy Alfonso mangoes, instantly paired with the meaty, liquid beef intensity of a thick mug of Bovril. It's like a barbecue in a glass, utterly intoxicating. Splendid. As the leaves fall, we introduce the golden harvest of autumn. A delicate, velvety Pinot Noir dancing with the spun gold sweetness of natural, crunching honeycomb, crashing headfirst into the pungent, oily depths of flaked skipjack tuna. Its land meets sea in a brilliant collision. Finally, brace yourselves for the Yuletide triumph of winter. A dark, brooding, spiced Syrah, roaring with the festive warmth of aromatic, fiery Ceylon cinnamon, bound together with the suet-heavy raisins and marrow chunkiness of authentic festive mincemeat. Lord Feckham's Sovereign Vineyard. 4 seasons. 4 absolute assaults on the senses. Grab your velvet cloak, raise your crystal goblet, and endure the luxury today. The package price is just £2,899. Please drink responsibly. Side effects may include profound confusion and a desperate need for a mint.
And we are back. Now, you just heard an advert for our sponsor, Lord Feckham, and his simply marvellous wine package. £2,899? Absolutely stunning value. I've just ordered 4 packages myself. Frankly, at that price, it's practically a soup kitchen for the middle classes. You'd be a financial masochist not to buy it. Speaking of vintage nobility, that exquisite offer reminds me of the annual Midsummer Gala at Blenheim, where I had the distinct pleasure of sharing a snifter of brandy with Lord Feckham once. What a man! A towering pillar of the establishment. The kind of traditional iron-jawed aristocrat who looks like he could casually evict an entire coal-mining village with a flick of his signet ring. Delightful chap. But his daughters, his 2 daughters, Tarquínia and Henrietta. Good God! I have never in my life witnessed 2 more vile champagne-guzzling trollops in the whole of Christendom. They are an absolute stain on the peerage. You'd think, with lineage dating back to the Battle of Agincourt, they might possess an ounce of decorum, but no. They arrived at a black-tie charity event for displaced orphans, looking like they'd been dragged backward through a hedge at Glastonbury, absolutely plastered on mescal. Tarquínia spent the entirety of the silent auction dry-humping a 17th century marble bust of the Duke of Wellington, while Henrietta, the younger and arguably more feral of the 2 pompous vape-sucking leeches, vomited directly into a silver punch bowl of gazpacho and then tried to fight the Archbishop of Canterbury. How does this happen? Where is the breeding? Where is the discipline? I blame the nanny. They had a Norland nanny, you know. Cost more than a small yacht. What was she doing? Clearly too busy pocketing her exorbitant salary to realise she was raising a pair of screeching ketamine-fueled thunderfarts. They aren't debutantes. They are heavily accessorised baboons with Amex black cards. But still, family is family, isn't it? You can't choose them. You can only write them out of the will and pray for a skiing accident. Which brings us rather beautifully to our next record on the playlist this morning. Dedicated to Tarquínia and Henrietta, this is My Daddy's in the House of Lords.
My daddy's in the House of Lords. My daddy's in the House of Lords. Mom says mind your tone. We were raised on gold, silver spoon, cold as stone. Still we make it bold. School run in a Bentley, corgis in the hall. When I walk in, darling, heads will turn in 4. Darling, look alive. We were born to shine. Old world blood, new world bite. Watch us take our time. My daddy's in the House of Lords. House of Lords. Top floor, top score, top drawer, top drawer. Curtains up, we own the floor. We don't ask, we get more. My daddy's in the House of Lords. House of Lords. Tea on the balcony, pearls on my throat. Names on every guest that's written in the note. You can't keep your chatter, we prefer the throne. We were born with the manners and the marble in our bones. Darling, look alive, we were born to shine. Old world blood, new world bite. Watch us take our time. My daddy's in the House of Lords. House of Lords. Top floor, top score, top drawer, top drawer. Curtains up, we own the floor. We don't ask, we get more. My daddy's in the House of Lords. House of Lords. Smile like a portrait, glitter in the frame. Every little entrance sounds a lot like fame. My daddy's in the House of Lords. House of Lords. Top floor, top score, top drawer, top drawer. Curtains up, we own the floor. We don't ask, we get more. My daddy's in the House
No, I'm being instructed by the Met Office to read a mandatory red-level weather bulletin. Apparently, there is some sort of meteorological apocalypse unfolding. A severe weather anomaly is currently barreling across the north of the UK. We are talking about an unprecedented low-pressure Atlantic supercell colliding with an unseasonably warm marine air mass, threatening to unleash a catastrophic biblical flood upon everything from Greater Manchester up to Inverness. Right, and I ask you, from the absolute bottom of my heart, who gives a toss? It's the north, isn't it? They're constantly underwater, or frozen, or dealing with the psychological fallout of living in Leeds. That isn't a weather anomaly, that's just a Tuesday. The Met Office is advising essential travel only. Have you ever seen a northerner in a storm? The sky could be raining literal shards of glass and razor blades, and Susan from Newcastle will still be walking down the big market in a short-sleeved polyester shirt, licking a fab lolly, muttering, "Oh, bit fresh out today, completely grand." But according to this panicked, taxpayer-funded piece of toilet paper in my hand, this particular storm is a severe anomaly. It's going to bring flash floods, devastating wind speeds, and 3 months of rainfall in just 20 minutes. Well, heavens above, cancel my afternoon tea. Why are we interrupting a national broadcast to tell us that the puddle-sodden, flat-cap-wearing northern coal trolls are getting their tracksuits damp? It's completely infuriating. We have a crisis in this country, and it isn't the climate, it's the infrastructure. The moment 3 drops of rain hit a rail line north of Birmingham, the entire transport network suffers a collective catastrophic bowel movement. Network Rail collapses like a house of cards in a hurricane. And the rain itself. I looked at the satellite imagery just now. It's a giant, swirling, moisture-bloated thunder bastard of a cloud, systematically targeting areas that already look like the set of a post-apocalyptic kitchen sink drama. Why can't the anomalies hit somewhere useful? Like the golf courses of Surrey. My lawns in Wiltshire could use a light misting. But no, it has to dump billions of gallons of unpotable grey sludge onto the grease-stained, gravy-chugging inhabitants of Yorkshire. The Met Office has issued a final warning for those in the direct path of the storm. Prepare to lose power and seek higher ground. To our listeners in Scotland, I believe that means standing on top of a deep fat fryer. Good luck. Up next, some more music for which the artist felt it absolutely necessary to put the Brexit implications into lyrics. Fitting. This is What a Mistake.
We drew a line in rain on the back of a napkin. Said the garden gate could keep the whole world out. Now the kettle's on and the milk's gone sour. You can hear that same old lie in the houses by the Shire. And the buses keep rolling, but the seats feel cold. We were sold a story, now the bill comes due. Keep showing your name. My mate lost work down by the river docks. His laugh got thin like the thread on his coat. And the market man says it's harder each week. Showing your name. like to know where I'm from. I just need my mom and the road I know. If pride turns cruel, then it turns to rust, and a house built on fear will sink in the mud. Choose to stay.
Britain, we have suffered the damp for centuries. But why experience our abysmal grey weather for free, like a common pigeon? Introducing the Sovereign Sky Sponge 9000, a bespoke gold-plated carbon fibre atmospheric moisture monolith. It actively sucks the drizzle directly out of the sky within a 6-inch radius of your head, filters it through crushed sapphire, and stores it in a heated reservoir. Does your standard £7 umbrella do the exact same thing? Yes. But does it cost £47,000 plus VAT? Absolutely not. Imagine the prestige. It weighs 82 kilograms, requires 2 fully trained footmen to carry it behind you, and has a battery life of 11 minutes. It then vaporizes the captured rain into a luxury mist scented with damp wool, spraying it directly back into your face. You are literally buying the weather back from the universe at a 4 million% markup. The Sovereign Sky Sponge 9000, because true British luxury means paying an extortionate fortune to solve a problem that a piece of cheap waterproof nylon already solved in 1824. Not suitable for use in actual wind.
Well, that almost brings us to the end of this morning's broadcast, but before I escape to my club for a stiff gin and a light lunch, I have been handed a press release that has quite genuinely compromised my central nervous system. The BBC has proudly announced that the United Kingdom has officially begun its preparations for next year's Eurovision Song Contest, which is apparently being held in a disused Soviet tank factory somewhere in Bulgaria. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves again? Have we as a nation not suffered enough? Our recent track record at Eurovision isn't just a failure, it is a profound recurring piece of geopolitical sadomasochism. Every single year, we select some bland, hyperactive, auto-tuned to death pop muppet to stand on a neon stage in a silver tracksuit, singing a song that sounds like a washing machine spinning a bucket of spanners. And every single year, we sit there in our drawing rooms, utterly bewildered when the entire European continent systematically aligns to award us a grand total of 0 points. We are routinely beaten by a Moldovan avant-garde techno-accordion trio wearing traffic cones for hats. Let us not forget the absolute circus act we inflicted upon the continent this past May. The BBC, in its infinite taxpayer-funded wisdom, bypassed every legitimate vocalist in the country to select a man called Sam Battle, an electronic artist and inventor who goes by the stage name, and I wish I were making this up, Look Mum, No Computer. Look Mum, No Computer? Well, quite. Also, Look Dad, No Dignity. Look Grandfather, no continuing of the family line because I'm a grown man who spent his 20s building a pipe organ out of discarded plastic Furbies. We didn't send a musician to Vienna, we sent a dangerously unmedicated, soldering iron-wielding beachcomber from Kent. A man who looks like he smells faintly of damp wool and stale energy drinks. He performed trapped inside a modular synthesizer wall that resembles a telephone exchange from the 1950s that's been struck by lightning. And what was that grand, triumphant British anthem he constructed on his homemade bleeping apparatus? A quirky little synth-pop ditty called Eins, zwei, drei. Eins, zwei, drei? We sent a British representative to a European competition to sing in German? And not even complex poetic German, just the first 3 numbers. It's the linguistic equivalent of a toddler successfully using a potty. Our grand strategy to win over the European electorate was to count to 3 in the native tongue of the continent's most efficient bureaucrats. He stood there, surrounded by 1,200 hand-drilled holes in a set he built himself, screaming, Eins, zwei, drei, darling, I need something salty. It's not pop music, it's a bipolar breakdown at a Berlin kebab van. And the result? Last place, dead last, absolute rock bottom, naturally and utterly deserved. We managed to alienate the Germans by butchering their language, and we alienated everyone else by sending a glorified, wire-stripping playground eccentric to play a giant, buzzing circuit board. But look on the bright side. If Eins, zwei, drei proved anything, it's that no matter how much tech you invent, you still can't build a machine that forces Europe to like us. It's a complete and utter farce. We invented modern pop music. We gave the world the Beatles, Queen, Led Zeppelin and Bowie. And now we are reduced to crawling on our hands and knees begging for a single pity-laden vote from the San Marino jury. It is a national humiliation on a global scale. But wait, it gets better. Because the first submissions for our domestic preselection are rolling in already. The BBC panel has been filtering through the artistic cream of our septic isle. And do you want to know what the frontrunner is? Do you want to know the musical masterpiece designed to heal our post-Brexit fractures and conquer the hearts of European populace? It is an entry, and I am not joking, my dear listeners. I have the lyric sheet right here. It is an entry entitled Ronnie Pickering. Ronnie Pickering. A 3-minute high-tempo dance track entirely dedicated to an aggressive middle-aged man shouting his own name from the window of a red Citroën Sarah Picasso in Hull. This is our cultural ambassador. This is our Elgar. We are going to send a musical tribute to a road rage incident to Bulgaria. It is an act of brain-melting cultural suicide. The Europeans don't even know who he is. They're going to think it's a regional dialect for a terminal illness. But again, look on the bright side. If we send an angry Yorkshireman screaming, "Do you know who I am?" at a stadium full of Eastern Europeans, we might not win any points. But we might finally provoke them into kicking us out of the competition for good. I am fuming. I am literally fuming. So here it is, without further ado, the UK's brightest hope for cultural redemption. This is Ronnie Pickering. I've been your host, Arthur Pendleton-Finch. Goodbye, and quite literally, good luck.